Hello everybody, Ben the Pack Tester here. TrueOne Pack Testing is the channel. Welcome back. Another video for you today about pack test adapters. Which ones might you need? Which ones might you not need so often, but still handy to have? You know, and where can you buy them? Can you make them, etc., etc. So a really quick video on which ones you have. So the most important one, and probably the one you use on a frequent basis, day-to-day basis, will be this one, which is a standard 13 amp plug to an IEC lead there, or a kettle lead. So you would use this lead to plug into various appliances, PCs, monitors, things like that. It's handy to use. And then also you would then use that to test extension leads. So this end would go in the extension lead, that end would go into your machine, and then the plug from the extension lead would go into the machine and creates the circuit. So that's a vital one to have. Okay. Next ones that you might come across are these 110 volt commercial for industrial, for power tools that you'll find on site. So as you can see here, you've got a female 110 volt connector. Now these are all single phase. I'll talk a little bit more about that shortly, but these are talking about all these adapters will be single phase. Okay, so here we've got a female 110 volt adapter there, which goes into an IEC end there, and then you've got an adapter here, a male adapter as well. So you would either use this one here with this connector to plug into various appliances, drills, angle grinders, things like that, and then you would use this adapter here if you were then testing 110 volt transformers or 110 volt extension leads. Okay, now the other next adapters here are these ones here. Now as you can see, they're very similar looking. I'll get a little bit closer so you can have a look. And also, it's easier to show you on the male one there. You can see these ones are almost identical. But the yellow adapters you identify as used for 110 volt appliances. The blue adapters would be used for 230 volt appliances. Now these have a common name, either Commando plugs, Commando sockets. CEEFORM is another one that they're called, but it's very important to distinguish between the yellow and the blue. There is also inside these ones as well. I'll see if I show you. On these ones here, there's two little grooves. A bit hard to see. There's two little grooves on that connector there, which the 110s don't have, and that's basically to stop you plugging a 110 volt appliance into a 230 volt plug or supply, because then you would blow up the appliance basically. So yeah, so you would use 110 volt on site on power tools. There are other variants of that as well. You may come across the slightly larger ones of these, which are 32 amp commandos. These are classed as a 16 amp, but you would come across 32 amp, which is slightly larger for larger appliances. Same with these ones here. These are commonly known as a 16 amp connector. There's a slightly larger one here, as you can see there, which is 32 amp, and they're identified on the end as well. You can see that on there. So again, 32 amp, you don't come across too many of these in the blue ones, in the 230 volt, but you'll come across these in kind of entertainment settings, or larger power cables for temporary power supplies. So a lot of, you know, if you're using generators and things like this, you'll come across this sort of stuff. So that's those ones there. And then there's some here that are not so common, but they're quite handy to have, especially if you're doing a lot of testing for mobile DJs or bands and things like that. And you'll see these connectors here. Turn these ones around for you. These ends here, and these are known as Powercon connectors. Now these are commonly used on, well, not commonly, but you'll see them more often on things like DJ lights or entertainment lights. Some speakers have them, things like that. So you will come across them with mobile DJs. you've got a blue connector there and a kind of a grey connector. They've just recently changed the colours ever so slightly on these, so you'll come across different variants of these, but you can look them up online. And then basically what you've got here, you've got a 13 amp plug to a Powercon grey connector there, and then you've got the blue Powercon connector there to an IEC cable. So these adapters are ideal for testing the Powercon cables. So you plug one end in there, one in there to get the loop. I do also have a 13 amp to male blue Powercon for plugging into appliances as well, similar to the IEC cable, just with a Powercon on it. And the last ones that you may come across are these. So these are a different version of the Powercon cables that I just showed you, but these are called a TrueOne connector. Now these are rated at 16 amp, and they will also be used on many kind of entertainment lighting systems. You'll see them commonly now on a lot of theatrical lighting, moving heads, PARs, LED PARs, that sort of thing. And these are also a waterproof connector as well, and they go by the name of a TrueOne, so they give you a really good connection. But again, it's handy to have these in your collection of adapters. Now with all these adapters, you can of course buy them on various places. All the common ones like the 110 volt adapters and the 16 amp and the IECs, you can buy them. You might have to go to some more specialist sites for these Powercon or the TrueOne cables. You can make them yourself, but there are certain ways that you need to wire up the adapters, especially on the 110 volt stuff, because you don't want to, just in case you do a test on it which involves powering up the appliance. If you're using, say for instance, an Apollo machine, you'll end up sending 230 volt through these adapters into your 110 volt appliance. So you need to be very careful that you buy or make the adapter in the correct way. There's various places online. I'll do a video about that maybe perhaps another day. But you know, for now, if you're looking for these adapters, then many places online buy them. They're not cheap, but you will need them. And you know, if you're doing testing on a regular basis, you'll get your money back on these quite quickly. And actually, they're not too much cheaper to make them yourself. You know, you're only talking about saving a few quid if you do them yourself. So some of these I've made myself, some of these I've had these made professionally with these nice connectors on. So if you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments. Just remember, these are all single phase adapters. You will also come across 3-phase appliances which will require 3-phase adapters. That's a whole different ball game. You'll come across those items in heavy industrial settings, power generators, temporary power, that sort of thing, and they often have red connectors, but they will have extra pins for the 3 phases and all sorts of things. If you're not confident about that, well worth getting some training on that, but that's a video for a whole other day. I don't do any 3-phase testing, which is why I don't have any 3-phase adapters, but you'll see them identified in red. So yeah, like I say, if you've got any questions, please comment, please subscribe to the channel as well. Lots of great videos coming up for you in the future. Thanks very much.